I'm going to try to get this. I know I can't get the big of the trailer, but I'm going to try to get these small things off, put them over here so I can get them cleaned up. And I may try to use the tractor to see if I could possibly somehow or another use the like the 3-point hitch or whatever to lift the long piece up or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna try to at least get these right here moved and at least get them put over here so I can get them cleaned up. So yeah, we're gonna try to get after that and see if maybe I can do it. I don't really know. I ain't as young as I once was, so let's see if we can get this done. Set y'all and maybe. I don't really know, but we will try. Yeah. So I'm gonna get this piece here, and at least I may just try to slide it off a little bit, and then not get my hands. Had to get our dolly. Whoa. Maybe this won't fall. Well, I got one over there. It's pretty stout. These things have a these things have a chain in it, so I'm gonna try to get this chain out, I guess. Once I get it out, I'll be able to lift that up. This chain is definitely a lot heavier than most of the rest of them. So. But that's extremely hardcore, but I got them put over here, and I'm gonna get them all cleaned. I found all the all 4 rods, and now I know where the springs and everything go, because one of them is still set up or whatever. And then I'm assuming these got bent somehow along the way. So I don't know if I may take and buy a new rod, like a new cold roll rod, cut these off, and then just slide the rod back through these pieces here and weld them on. I only got to do it on 2 of them. The other 2 are perfect. So I don't know if maybe somehow or another they forgot to lock that, and then, you know, sometime. This thing is super old. It's a worth alignment lift. The only thing that I didn't get, or I'm assuming that beforehand or something, I'm really not sure how these things are set up. I've got to look a little bit more into it, but these some turntables right here, I'm pretty sure. But the old school turntables would be made out of, I guess, like a sheet metal or something like that. I found some that were like aluminum, you know, they're just the tires drive over top of it, and I'd have to figure out, you know, this here, either put it, I guess it's made to, depends on how long your vehicle is. You could put them right here so you drive right off of the lip onto this, or you can go further and then put them in front of it, and be able to align it like there. It's got these safety pieces on the ends, so you ain't got to worry about them the car falling off. But it's an old school, well, you probably can't see that, but it's an old school Worth alignment rack. It's got all the it come with the air jacks and all too, which is pretty awesome. It has the ramps, and it still has the rollers and everything on the ramps, so you ain't got to worry about it digging, just beating your concrete to death. But I'm fixing to pull one of these ramps off and lift up the table that's on here, because these things right here, they move back and forth. So I'm gonna see if I can get one of those off and see how it looks up under it, because I'm pretty sure that it's got like balls or something that rotate to make it rotate on it. I'll have to see what they look like under there. I'm gonna take all that stuff, try to get it all apart anyways. I've got to clean the tracks and everything on the inside, so the air jacks fit down into there, and that's where they ride at. And then whenever you take and lift up the air jacks, these right here come up and down, and then it stationaries on this piece here. It's got a little lip, and it stationaries on this here. So yeah, try to get that all figured out. Like I say, it came with all these here. I ain't really sure what these are just yet, or where they go, but I was thinking that they went on here, but I mean, there ain't nothing to really hold it, and there's not no hole in here for any, you know, the actual pins that sit down in here. So I don't know, maybe this, honestly, I'm not sure. So I'll figure out what these are for, and then like I say, I'm gonna dig some more into it because it's got two long ones and then 4 short ones. So I'm not sure, but we're gonna take and try to get these things took off here and get cleaned up. Have to take a little break after a little while, because like I say, these things are extremely heavy, very, very heavy. And even the ramps and everything, those other poles right there, I wouldn't want to be doing that a whole lot. Like I say, don't really want to be down in the back at all, so can't do that. So we're gonna take a break on there, and we'll go grab a bite of lunch, and as it starts raining, yay. So come and save some life. This is just one of them. There's some big dudes on there. I mean, they were some monsters. And there's more on these little cypress trees right here at my grandparents' house. I had to go through here and knock all these down, kill them. Trying to accomplish here, which is very hardcore. Got this worth alignment lift that I had picked up off the marketplace, which y'all have seen. I'm trying to get this off the trailer. Pretty much doing it by myself. I got 2 workers with me. One's a Jack. His name's Jack. And this one here is Cherry. So I'm gonna try to get this lift off of here by myself. Don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna set y'all up on time lapse and see what we can get figured out, because this thing is extremely heavy, very heavy, but gotta do what I gotta do. Guys, I can tell you right now that this thing is extremely heavy, very heavy. Just getting every little piece kind of figured out. I'm kind of just going on a whim. It was already apart whenever I got it, but I'm just trying to do it piece by piece. And those little 1,500-pound Harbor Freight wheel dollies have definitely came in clutch. They are, they're pretty legit, for sure. Pretty awesome. I can't tell you how much these things weigh, but I can tell you they're heavy. I know that. I do know that. Probably work better if I wasn't trying to pick it up between my legs, but that daggone thing's so heavy, couldn't pick it up side by side. My main goal is get these set up. And once I get they got these long bars that slide in, and I guess it keeps it level. I'm gonna, once I get those, I'm going to tie the pieces around, and then it has this big old jack thing that comes right here. My goal is to use, I got an electric winch. Once I get that piece over here, I'm gonna get up on the ladder, put that electric winch up here, and try to hook it up. And once I hook it up, I'll be able to sit it up on top of here, and then I have to put these things right here on there. But for now, I am P-O-O-P-E-D. I am pooped. And it's been a long day. I'm gonna call it a night, and we'll get back on it when we can. Whew. So what I got here is a sure enough catastrophe. This is very hardcore. We got the electric winch hooked up. I got some of my straps from the paper mill on this, and I'm trying to lift this thing up and put it on top of these beams. So I'm gonna try to get that done. We're slowly but surely getting there, and it's working. So we about there. Kinda, sorta, not really. Phone dirty. But yeah, I'm gonna get y'all set up and try to get this knocked out. And we got a new project in also. So this is gonna be a gas tank, and this is a 6-speed, and this is a, you can see that really good. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of wiring, and a nice little cold air intake, air rad. So yeah, enough of that. Got that unloaded and everything. I'm finna get back after it. So here we go. I know what y'all are thinking. You're thinking, man, Bubba, you're a professional. But I am indeed not a professional. Do what I do. But I did get it in. Got the chains dropped in. Got those dropped in on that post. Got it bolted up there. This right here, it gets the job done. Even that right there, that's a little scary, but it works. So yeah, it's a lot of hard work, and it's yeah, it's a lot of hard work, that's for sure. So that was a major deal right there for sure. That was a big deal. Getting that there. Now I got to get and put the chains through those beams that I put up last night. So I had to take them back off again. Like I say, I wasn't there whenever this thing was taken apart, so I'm really not sure. But I'm winging it, trying to go off of some of the stuff. Big shout out to Actual Worth Lifts, because I emailed him and he shot me a email back with some put together, pictures of it put together, but it's hard to really, see what's going on. But I'm thankful for him actually sending me some pictures. So big shout out to Steve, appreciate you. And like I say, we got drop down in there. Got to drop them down some more, so I actually have to bring this cylinder in. So I'm going to have to hook a ratchet strap up and pull the cylinder back so these pieces can actually go. They attach to the bottom of the feet there. So yeah, we're rocking away at it. So I'm gonna continue on. It's as when you're doing it by yourself, and I ain't no strong I'm not no strong guy by no means, and this is a struggle. The one that's doing all the work is the jacks and the transmission jack and the electric come along up there or whatever. So this is a very big project for yourself. If I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have got this thing, because it's a job doing this by yourself. But hey, we're making it. We're gonna keep on rocking and rolling. We're making forward progress on this thing. Got the chains in the beams, and it has these I guess it's like the chain link that hooks up to that, and it has a bolt on the top. I haven't adjusted it yet, but I did run the threads all the way to the very top right here. And I'm going to adjust the slack out once I get it all together. But the way that this thing goes is this chain here hooks up the top. It runs through the beam and then hooks up down here at the very bottom, which you can see right here. It has not on that one, but over here. It has a like a chain little link piece down here, and that's where your chain actually hooks to, is down here on the bottom. And it rotates it goes up inside this beam here, and then rotates on top of that roller all the way to the top of this beam. Then you have your chain that comes from your cylinder. It goes all the way down and connects to this here, connects to the top of this beam. So I guess whenever you hit the trigger, it has kind of like a tilting mechanism, which it keeps it teeter-totted, I guess. Really not sure, but that's how it's looking in the pictures. So we got that beam. I put my jack, or my transmission jack, up under it. I had to lift it up and get it up on there first of all, because it only goes to a certain height. So I lifted it up, put it on there, got it sit right here in the middle to kind of balance it left and right. And then I jacked it up a little bit. I locked, because it has these locks in here. I locked that piece there and sit the beams on top of it while I hooked up these chains. And it has links to where you have to put Carter keys in it, but you got to make sure that you have the two links in the middle, the outside main link and then another outside link that holds the link in. That's a lot of links, but we're slowly we're knocking away at it. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this other one sit up on top of the transmission jack. Once I get it sit up there and get it balanced out like I need to, I'll kind of go through how I've done it. Basically, it was a configuration of all kinds of stuff. So yeah, here we go. Y'all are gonna hear some gunshots in the background. They're doing a big squirrel hunt out in the field or something. Not really sure. They've been rocking and rolling for the past 2 or 3 hours. This front one, I had to, once I let it down, I just sit it over there, so I didn't have to do it like this one right here that was flat on the ground and lift it up and put it up here, because holy moly, man, that was insane. So and it goes to say that I'm not tall enough anyways. And you gotta get it to where you can balance it like that. And just for safety, I put a strap around it to hold the beam so it don't fall. Just a safety precaution. Gotta talk fast. Alright, so I got that where it'll balance some. So see, it's not actually on the table no more. And it'll sit there and balance itself. Huge shout out to Harbor Freight with these Pittsburgh wheel dollies too, because they came in clutch with moving some of this stuff from out there off the trailer all the way in here. So that was pretty awesome. These things are very heavy. God bless America. They're going to be eating squirrel stew. Here I have to pull the chain up through the top of this this piece, because with it being jacked up and the cylinder's all the way out, I've got to take and pull that chain up through this piece so I can get it to line up right here on this end piece. Kind of pull the slack up, and then once you pull the slack up, then you can take and rotate this inside this hole here. Let me get y'all closer. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So there's a block, they make a block right here. And this block has slots through it, so it acts like that thing. Pull your slack up through the top to where you just enough to where you can slide these links. I don't know if you can really see it, but if you can slide these links down through here, it makes a world of difference. But I forgot what I forgot. I have to take and hit the inside of this with a file so these links will go inside of it. And if you want to run, kind of clean that little bit of rust or anything, got any little bitty spurs or pieces that need to go down in there. Apologize if y'all can't see that, but gotta take and we'll be putting put a bolt and a nut with a lock washer is the way that it is. If you get one that's actually long enough. There we go. Just barely hangs out the back side right there. Put your lock and your nut. Make sure you thread you some good threads up on it. And I'm not going to tighten that up until I get it dropped down just like I did this back side. So dang. Just like that, I forgot. Before you do this step, you have to feed the other chain through this. Totally forgot. Alright, so this is how we're going to do this. Take the air blower. Make sure there ain't nothing in there, like a mouse or anything. I'm gonna take a ratchet strap. Just take your ratchet strap like this right here, loose end. And don't fall like I'm about to do. Trip over some stuff. Take and feed your, take and feed it up in there a little bit. Take and kind of get it started. And believe it or not, you can take this. Hey, well, give me a second. Once you get it started. That air will push this thing all the way down here to this end. A little bit more. I thought it was all the way down there. And then it'll pretty much, like I say, it'll feed it all the way down here. And you just take and boom. Make sure that you got the hook actually hooked, because if not, it will actually, you'll pull your hook all the way out there. But I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie the hook to the end of the chain, and then I'm gonna take and pull the chain through there. Basically how I got these things off the trailer, put a jack on that end, and I got the cherry picker on this end and buttered up against the trailer so it can't, you know, go forward or anything. But yeah, that's what how I'm doing it. Once I get it closer to the end, I grab another jack off the floor right here, lift it up, and then just try to pull it out from up under it. Then I'm putting these Harbor Freight 1,500 pounds capacity vehicle dollies up under it. Wheel dollies, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, and then basically it's like this, sitting level, and then we're slowly but surely almost there. So we're out in the shop and we are trying to get these studs bolted down for the lift, and we got one started. Got the hammer drill, and these are 5.5 inches long. We're only going to go to 4.5, about 4.5 inches of concrete. And this is this has been a heck of a job, but I got it all straight, got it all, made sure that I got it all, you know, pulled a tape from here to here and there to there to make sure it's dead on. And slowly but surely, almost done, almost completed. So yeah, we're making some leeway. So. That's the last one. To make sure that you cut all these all the way down, at least 4 to 4.5 inches. Not cut them, but drill them. I'm sorry. And you take your studs, get them down in there. Always wear safety glasses. Drive it a little ways down till you hear the pang. Take the right size wrench and these studs are 5.5 inches long. So I try to get it to where there's at least 1 inch. The nut's a half. And just like that, whoo, we are done. Other than I did not count the box, how many was in the box, because I bought this whole box and there was supposed to be 15 in it. That's my fault. I didn't count all of them. So I am missing one on each pole because I only bought one extra because I thought there was 15 in the box. That's on my fault. I was shopping with my wife whenever I was getting these this weekend, and if anybody knows how that is, you gotta, it's hard to shop with it's hard to shop with the wife. Or it's hard to shop for yourself whenever you're with the wife. So yeah, so we got enough in it that it'll be fine. Like I say, there's 3 studs in each column, and I'll pick up 4 more studs, and I can always drill them a little bit later. But now try and get these platforms moved over on top of these. Woo, so much fun. So yeah, I'm gonna struggle with that, and we are so close on this. I mean, so close. Once we get that done, I kind of got a temporary cord ran right now, and get some wire to run, enough wire to run all the way up on the ceiling, and then drop it down right here. So we're man, we're slowly getting these projects done. It's a lot more difficult whenever you're doing them by yourself, but you kind of gotta do what you gotta do. We're making do with what we have and who we have, which is me. So yeah, let's go. We survived through that, got that knocked out. It took me a little bit to really get these things leveled. Just trying to make sure that I got them level, and across the top there, dead on, and that dead on. You have to adjust these things, these, I guess these hold ups or whatever they are, stands, but these are the actual locks. So everything that you do on it, like I say, that's what locks it in place, so you ain't got to worry about it, you know, falling down or anything. And then another thing, it came with these pieces here, and I was like, man, you know, at first I didn't know what these was, because I was like, somebody done put some leaf spring mounts or something like that in there, but they actually slide up in these little grooves. They're cut out, and they got these little slots, and they slide up in here, and then you just tighten them down. I'm not going to do that yet. until I get my full measurements. I did measure some off of this truck here, and like I say, you have more slots here, and it has these pads too. Some pads right here that you can I guess it kind of holds it off the lift a little bit, and then this one has some pads also on that side. So I guess you don't over tighten it, but it also has pads right here. That's what's making me think that maybe I can slide this back, because there's some overhang. You know, it ain't too bad. And like I say, it'll work for what I really want to do anyways, because I'm going to use it to put stuff up on top of my loft, so I don't have to put stairs in here. I feel like the stairs really takes away from a lot of your shop whenever you got a smaller shop, unless you build like cabinets in it or something. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night, because I am extremely wore out, and I am gonna try to go take me a shower and go to bed, because like I say, I've been wide open. So this thing right here has been heavy, and it is definitely taking it out of me. So whenever I tell y'all that was a hardcore job, that was heavy duty to get that thing up there. But got it up there. I want to say thanks to these shoes right here. Nobody's asked me how fast I can run a day, but I definitely did get a C10 on the lift. So had to struggle there for a minute. So I was like, man, if I get it going, I'll push it up on there, no problem. I'll get it knocked out. I'll get it done. Then I had to find the closest thing to me. I was like, well, I'll get these wheel dollys in front of it. I forgot. I was like, man, I'm out of my mind. This thing will slide right under. So I had this little piece of pipe piece right here, and I stuck it in front of the tire. Thankfully, it was right there, because I got into a sticky situation right there. I think I do need to come out. I need to widen it out a little, because with these 15 by 10s on this C10, it's pretty wide. I mean, it's sticking off a little bit, but it ain't too bad. I kind of got it on there wop-sided a little bit, but it's not too terribly bad. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. That's a whew. First, I'm gonna clean up real quick. Hurry up and get this. If anybody knows, that's the cleanest, or that's the easiest way to clean your shop up. I need to find an easy place to tuck that cherry picker. Somewhere easy to be able to do it. Woo. Build an S10, baby. Lightweight. Get her done. Alright guys, now I'm signing off. I had to pull the S10 in so I can let the doors down. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for following along with all this madness that we've got going on. And y'all like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all.